Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. I was just gonna do 3 runs this morning, and then I decided to do a 4th run, and I regret it immediately based on our stats and starting item, NG30BN2J. Just take a moment here. D10, Lost Protector, at least gives us a bit of a leg up for Beelzebub, and the Chariot card. Very simple. What do? Use the Chariot card when we're going to die. The probably safest bet is to just pop the Cathedral card if we encounter a champion that looks annoying. Or a boss that can do 1 full heart of damage. But hopefully we just get some HP on this floor. I'd settle for even a Spirit Heart. Little Loki is not what I'm looking for, but at least it's a little bit of extra potency. Spirit Heart, no, pardon me, but a bomb takes us a little bit of the way there. 2 bombs, and now we're up to 5 cents as well. So if we can just get into our shop, there's a reasonable chance that we could get a Spirit Heart and actually be in an okay position. This is, admittedly, one of the scary parts of a streak, starting with bad items and, ooh. God damn it. Oh! I literally, here's what went through my head. Should we use the Chariot card? I don't know if this guy does a whole full heart of damage, but I should probably, oh, I'm dead because it's a small room. I blame myself. Welcome back to 0. 4ZTQ3LQH. That sucks the big one. I'm gonna have a fun run this time. It's been like a month since I lost, and it's hard for my body to process this this feeling, especially because I just had such a series of good runs. But honestly, that one, it hurts more than the last one because we really should have been able to win that one. But again, there's not much we can do. As of yet, we have not invented time travel, so I think it's important for us to just focus on starting to rebuild another one here. And I'm at least proud of that last streak. It's the 2nd longest one we've ever had. And I played relatively well, and I still played within my own style. Still played zany. For now, we've really got to do our damnedest to avoid I hope this is library? It's not. We got to do our damnedest to avoid the post-streak hangover. Which is, well, we lost 1 run. What does it care if what do we care if we lose another one? Apparently, I've lost the ability to speak English as well. I don't know what kind of hormones got released when I took that hit there. That was a real bummer. If I popped the Chariot card, I think we would have been fine, considering we had the, and we would have been able to maybe get the virus. But again, I try to be a good example for the little Hulkamaniacs out there. It is inconceivable to lead a life without mistakes. Of course, you'd probably like to lead a life with as few mistakes as possible. You could also live your life like there's no tomorrow. You know, running with the devil, Van Halen. I don't remember the year this album came out, actually. But in any case, what's important is how you deal with those mistakes, because that's the only constant. You know, that's the only thing that you have. The only thing that you have control over at all possible opportunities is how you deal with mistakes. I could bluster, and I could rage, and I could fight against the powers that be. Oh, it's such bullshit that they started me in that situation. But is not the risk of death and the danger inherent there, is that not the draw for Isaac in general? Is that not the draw of the streak? Is that winning that many is going to require... I should have D20'd that, but is going to put you in that situation from time to time, and it's really about how you surmount that. I think that's part of the value prop here. So as much as I am bummed out, and rest assured I am bummed out, take the key, reroll those. Whoa. Created a consumable out of nothing, I think. But as much as I am displeased with my own performance, life has to go on. Isaac's not going anywhere. And it sucks to start from 0, but sometimes you got to, man. Your choices are start from 0, or just don't ever start again. I think I'm going to leave behind Brown Cap. And I'm definitely going to start from 0. And I feel motivated, and I feel okay. After thinking about it for 45 seconds, I'm okay with the fact that we lost there. Let's just pull out another win here, and I'm going to take my lumps. I'm going to take the people in the comments, NL, that was stupid, idiotic, why didn't you just pop the Chariot card? You're all very correct. take Black Feather for now. And you know what? By opening ourselves up to that criticism, we can only become a better player, and maybe, just maybe, a better person. But probably not. We'll probably go for that. Honestly, this run is looking great so far. We got the D20. We've used it to actually generate a Spirit Heart, which is somewhat important, depending on, you know, what we do or don't get here. We got a crawl space of some sorts. And it's not a black market. It gives us Tech 2. Tech 2 is actually fairly not good. It lowers our damage, but I kind of like it, at least as like an easier way to deal damage. With Piercing Shots effect, it's Piercing Shots is what I'm getting at here. Is it worth the damage downgrade to get Piercing Shots that also, you know, have infinite range? I think it might be, especially if we don't get Piercing Shots naturally from like another source, but certainly a little bit of a vulnerable situation, but it shouldn't be that bad. It's not as vulnerable as the situation that we just lost. Man, I'm still processing it though. I thought I was over it. I'm not over it. It's not quite as bad as when we lost the, you know, the over 100 streak, but it still burns a little bit. If only I just thought to eat lunch instead of recording another episode. But you can't catch yourself in that level of, you know, the butterfly effect style thinking. It's just not how it works, man. You think this is our secret room? I think the easiest way to get over it is just going to be to start another streak and try to get to a point where we don't have to remember what losing feels like. We're going to be at 13 cents. I'd really like to get Humbling Bundle. Worst case scenario, Mom's Purse and the Spirit Heart, though. And there are a couple of trinkets that we can actually get on this floor. Well, it's a good time to do a post-mortem at least and say thank you for sticking with me through that streak. I had some fun with it, and judging from the reaction on the episodes, it seemed like people were largely positive about it as well. I think we maintained the sense of a Northern Lion kind of Isaac episode without doubling down on absurdity that is so common that it's actually just not that enjoyable to watch anymore. And I'm, of course, you know, talking about the D4 and the D100 there. That just show up so frequently that re-rolling your whole run just sort of becomes a yawn. But we may work those in a little bit more incrementally over the course of videos here. I'm not going to talk about this as if it's a streak yet, because it's not. But I'm having some serious, like, Coldplay the Scientist vibes here. I really thought we actually dodged that. Where I'm like, why didn't I just pop the Chariot card? If only I could go back. That's going to hurt. Yep. We have half of a Spirit Heart. And we're not fighting Krampus, so that's pretty sweet. 5 bombs. And teleporting here. Alright, well, we very nearly lost again. Seriously, Self. The post-streak hangover, for whatever reason, is a real... Why was that not pushed? That bomb did not get pushed when I walked into it. It's like they're trying to sabotage me. But the post-streak hangover is a real thing. Don't, let it claim you here. Again, you gotta be good, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics, but you gotta stay stronger. Let's make this run work. Obviously, I'm coming back here, and I'm saying, hey, why don't we just crack into this, and then, let's take the bombs, reroll the other two. I don't know why it seems to be you know what? I guess the chest itself counts as a consumable that gets rerolled. Alright, let's head down to the next floor. We're kind of in a bad spot, honestly, and I've done it to myself, but hopefully we can work our way out of it on the next floor or soon after, and okay, I mean, I guess we could take a second trinket. A little poop is moving. I guess maybe we can get some spiders out of poops maybe from time to time. That's okay. I don't think we're gaining anything from the Black Feather right now, but that can change. And let's hope that it does. See, that's lovely. When we get an enemy that actually can get hit by the mysterious liquid, life is extremely easy for us. And luckily, most enemies, well, enemies that are not flying do fit that bill pretty easily. So this is very nice for us. Envy, unfortunately, does not fit that bill. But this is a good time to pop the Magician card. I will not let another mini-boss take our lives. I've had enough of that shit. I really thought we could hit, like, every enemy, but it seems like we're mostly just hitting a few of them at a time. It's okay. It's alright. Don't get mad. Don't get mean. Promiscuous streak. You disappoint. You had Chariot, but you fucked it, you doink. Doink. Anyway, Promiscuous Girl. What was your prom song? You know, the summer jam that was at the height of its popularity during your senior or junior prom. For me, I was going to say Natalie Portman's Promiscuous Girl. I wish. No, Nelly Furtado's Promiscuous Girl featuring Timbaland. And, you know, some JT songs were popping off at that time. At that time. If I wrote you a symphony, just to show how much you mean to me, what would you do? I could see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sea. Anyway, those were the days. It's never gonna get as good as 06, baby. They don't make them like 06 anymore. Where are we gonna use D20 here? I don't know. I don't consider myself like, I don't consider myself a bad influence, but I don't consider myself a particularly good influence. But if there's one thing, I am going to take Diplopia. If there's one thing that I want to influence you with, if there's one thing that I'll allow myself to get a little preachy about, it is believing in, you know, the power of failure. There's principles in business, software development, of just accepting that failure is going to happen. An important part of it is just failing as fast as you possibly can so that you can get to the root of the problem and then find successes, you know, from that point onwards. And I truly believe that with respect to Isaac as well. I think that that's an important thing to keep in mind, is that everybody in this life is going to make mistakes. You can't get despondent. You can't go into thinking everything is going to work out we actually can't do anything about this one. You can't go into it, everything you do for the first time thinking like, you know, we're going to make this work right away. It's unlikely, at least. We have Goat Head, actually, so we can take Sack Dagger. Let's try it like this. And if there's one, like, a lack of skill, or the lack of existence of a skill, that I have a lot of intolerance for in adults, it's the inability to be okay with failure. You know, you don't stop making mistakes when you become an adult. Pardon me. Like, I just burped on camera. That's a little mild mistake. What do I learn from that? Maybe tone down the sparkling water a little bit before recording. But, you know, as an adult, you gotta be an example for the younger generation that it's okay to make mistakes. And if somebody laughs at you for making a mistake and they act superior, they're actually just being a dickhead. And I think that's why I'm okay. People sometimes are like, man, people are rude to you in, like, the Gungeon comments. And I'm like, yeah, there's no excuse for rudeness. They're just being dickheads, though. They like the content. They're just kind of being dicks because, I don't know, for whatever reason it makes them feel good. And that's why I'm not offended, because they're not actually mean to me. The way that those comments end up looking to me is like, hey man, what's wrong with you that you gotta sound like a dickhead all the time? Or some of the time. Let's not even be disingenuous and say all the time. Oh, Lucy in the sky with a 2 of diamonds. Don't mind if I do. 45 cents, and we have a spirit heart added to our equation right now. So yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of confidence to get to that level where you're okay with failing in public, even in something as silly as a video game, you know? It takes some confidence to get there. Not as much confidence as some other areas of life, for sure, but that's the one. First off, I want you to question the value of eternal life, as talked about 2 episodes ago. But then, on top of that, if you stop watching these videos today, every once in a while I want those words echoing around in your head when you're like, should I try, like, learning this language I've never learned before? It's gonna be tough. Just remember me saying, okay, if you fail, man. The only way to succeed is to fail. You think Noah succeeded the first time he built the ark? I doubt it. He probably built, like, a normal-sized boat the first time, and then someone was like, hey, you stupid idiot, how am I going to fit 2 of every animal on Earth in this thing? And then he went, oh, right, that doesn't make any sense. This boat will have to be at least 3 times bigger. Oh, thank God for Blue Cap. Ooh, and thank God for everything at this point. So we want to take Judas' shadow and then die. And we are Dark Judas now. Okay, lovely. So damage is not going to be as much of an issue anymore. How do I know we're Dark Judas? Well, it's very simple. It's the It's the fact that we start with the black cards. Excuse me? That didn't create the bridge, I suppose. We do have health upgrades, right? So, health upgrade pills, I mean. And again, don't consider this like your self-help channel. I don't believe necessarily in the concept of at least me being that for you. However, I still do think, you know, people are way too afraid to fail. And it's paralytic, man. It makes you paralyzed. Some things, like if you're like, I want to be the first person to jump over the Grand Canyon, I'd be like, you know what? You should actually be afraid to fail there. But if you're afraid to fail at something because people are laughing at you, or you perceive that they're gonna laugh at you if you fail, just remember, they're being dickheads. And I've been a dickhead. I am still on occasion a dickhead. We make fun of people on the NLSS. I try, you know, as long as you're not punching down, it feels okay. But at the same, you know, it's coming from a place of love. But we can be dickheads on the show for sure. That's my other motivating piece of self-helpish knowledge. Everybody's a dickhead, including yourself. So just lighten up, you freaking dickhead. A failure to plan is a plan to fail, and you should plan to fail so that you can plan to succeed. Something. Alright, well this is... You know what? Just pop perks and then hope for the best. I figured... Didn't look like we were making it out of that situation. It's like Bad Company said, you know? If you don't like what you got, why don't you change it? If your world is all screwed up, rearrange it. Boom, boom, boom. You don't have to raise a little hell, raise a little hell, raise a little hell if you don't want to. For example, me, how would I have known that I have the world's greatest singing voice if I hadn't saw fit to regale you with my dulcet tones on a daily basis on the Binding of Isaac episodes here? You know, it's... Matthew McConaughey was discovered in the parking lot of the Dazed and Confused movie set. I don't know if that's true, but it certainly builds a compelling narrative that, you know, works for the purposes of my discussion here. How is this run going? Honestly, it really could go either way, but the fact that we do have Jark Dudis now means that we're in a really good spot damage-wise. Guppy's Collar could keep us alive if we die, but I'm more hopeful that we just won't die, and that would be swell. I will use another bomb for this. It was stupid to not put it there in the first place, but I do think, you know, avoiding the sunk cost fallacy, I do still think it was worth doing that again there. Admittedly, not a whole lot of Spirit Hearts, and I have wasted or squandered some, but at the same time, I probably... shouldn't have gone to quite as many curse rooms as I've gone to. That's on me. You know, I can change that. I've got ownership over that. And I think that we're in a good place to feel like we're avoiding the post-streak hangover. And it's a real phenomenon. Do. I guess we'll take chocolate milk. I sincerely believe in the validity of the post-streak hangover. At least for me personally. I don't know if it applies to other individuals, but if it's a phenomenon that's unique to myself, then I don't know what I did to deserve it, but I know that what I'm going to try to do is get over it. Chocolate milk seems to have been a good pickup here. And you know, the easiest way to get back to a 38 streak is to, ooh, careful, is to get a win right here. Let's not waste any more time with losses. Let's focus on getting these wins while the getting is good. Alright. Found our 2 item rooms. Boss rush, not exceptionally relevant, but admittedly we do have Diplopia, and I have, like, not used it at all. I mean, because we only get one chance, but at the same time, like, it hasn't even crossed my mind. So... sure, we'll take 9 volt, I think, and then we'll donate as much money as we possibly can. 9 volt, of course, does nothing for us here, but the idea is maybe we'll get a spacebar item we like later. And Diplopia in boss rush is really good. We also could have used Diplopia to get through some of our deals with the devil without actually requiring us to spend money. Spend HP, I mean. And in the end, it doesn't matter too much. I think as long as we're still alive, I'm okay with it. We've done some good stuff with our donation machine here as well. It's going to be all the way up to almost 650. And we pilfered from it a little bit 2 runs ago? Last run? This run? I can't remember. But for now, I guess we're worried about the boss room. And I really just want HP, especially considering we have the goat head. I think that HP is important. If we don't get HP, we may consider that boss rush, barring the existence of a teleport card, is not usable, not doable. And as a result, we may diplopia the deal with the devil, but I really feel like this floor is going to be a very large determining factor in whether or not we succeed on this run. We got, oh, first off, we just got the ability to fly right there. Recognize we got some more money if we want it as well, but I don't really care. But we got chocolate milk, we got mom's contact, we got the ability to fly, we got 9 volt, may or may not be useless, but we'll find out. And our diplopia slash deal with the devil play could basically set the tone for the rest of this run. And boss rush, for that matter, which I am loath to not mention. But let's get this stuff. Good balance of consumables as well. The worst part about having an Isaac backlog when you got a streak is knowing that you've got a loss. And everyone's like, well, not everyone, but some people are like tweeting you. They're like, whoa, good job on the run. Like, your streak's still going. And you're like, oh, in 3 days. This is all gonna turn. It's not all gonna turn, you know, people are still genuine. I think, you know, I didn't lose the streak, at least on a run that was like, hey, sorry guys, I'm like wicked hungover right now. Oh, I'm dead, even though I started with 12 HP. No, it was a bit of a perfect storm. You know, small room, enemy that does 1 full heart of damage, and us having 1 heart. But I sort of, like, didn't even move out of the way of lust there, so I can't be too happy about it. But you gotta get over it. Let's see if we can find a teleport card, maybe. Okay, HP is ever dwindling. But we've got to be close to our boss fight. We should be able to have a chance at boss rush, and it wouldn't take much to convince me to do it if we just got a defensive item on it, I think. I mean, even like if we die with Guppy's hairball, we could come back. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, though. Let's see who we're facing first. The adversary. It's a tough one. Mom's contact doesn't freeze enemies as much as I'd like, but Sack Dagger did a lot of good work there. Matchbook is a damage upgrade and an evil upgrade because we have the black feathers, so that is actually huge. We beat these bosses way faster than I believed we would. Got a Krampus fight, which means we don't want a Diplopia. Lump of coal is okay. I'm not sure how it works with tech, but, you know, it works with our chocolate milk shots. This is a little bit of a moment of truth. 99 bombs, the relic, hot bombs, and evil eye. I think we have to Diplopia, and I hope 2 relics works for us. I think we have to do this, basically, is what I'm getting at. So I think you Diplopia, take the relic, take the relic. I'm hoping 2 relics works. Oh, I'm an idiot. No, I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. I possibly should have gone for 2 Evil Eye, but if not 2 Evil Eye, 2 Relics is the right way to do it. But I was like, oh shit, did I fuck myself? But really, right here on Boss Rush, we get Hot Bombs, 99 Bombs, Evil Eye, which I'm hoping works with Tech X in some fashion, and 2 Relics. And if the 2 Relics pay out with 2 Spirit Hearts once every 4 rooms, this has guaranteed us the win as long as we can live long enough to just get a couple of those to come through to fruition here. And they will come through to fruition on this boss fight. Or on this boss rush, I should say. So, even if we don't, by the way, even if we don't get 2 Spirit Hearts every 4 rooms, even if we only get 1, I think this is still, like, very much the right choice. Given our HP, it was always going to take a pretty special... Oh, we do get 2. It was always going to take a pretty special boss rush to get us to do anything. And I think we basically got that very special boss rush. So many different amazing upgrades here. I mean, 99 bombs that are also hot bombs is really, really fucking good. Mom's contact on this floor, also an amazing pickup. And you look at the difference already that just a couple of items makes. I'm so much more confident when it comes to just like walking into enemies and destroying them now. Permanent Polaroid invincibility buys us so much of an advantage here. But it also 99 hot bombs, man. And the fact that we basically open every wave of boss rush by freezing an enemy and then walking into it with Sack Dagger is also beautiful. We don't need to avoid too many hits in order to make this an extremely profitable area for us. HP-wise, that is. And it's only going to get easier, I think. But where's my double Spirit Hearts? I was promised double Spirit Hearts. They should be showing up now. I thought that maybe they'd be happening once every 2 waves because of the fact that it's boss rush and it charges items at, you know, double speed because it's a big room, I guess. But, okay. This has probably given us a pretty easy win here. I'm thrilled that we are lucky enough to find ourselves in this situation. And you know what? I'm already feeling a little... There's no way to get over the bad feeling of losing a streak on a preventable mistake. But I'm already over it to some extent. I'm getting over it. I can feel myself getting over it thanks to the relatively empowering decision of picking up a second relic there. I will admit my Spirit Hearts should probably be higher, but there's 2 more, and then also the Cancer item is going to give us 2 more, 3 more, and the Wafer effect after we get hit once. So this is lovely. This is very, very lovely. It's like the Stevie Wonder song, Isn't She Lovely, from Songs from the Key of Life. One of 1977's best albums. 70, 77, 72? I wasn't alive, cut me some slack. You know, it is a big window, but... Alright, so I think Diplopia definitely ended up being worth its weight in gold. Don't forget about 99 hot bombs. It's actually a very good situation to be in. You know, hot bombs, one of the better bomb synergies, I think at least, is no sad bombs. And I probably prefer Mr. Mega, but it's pretty damn good. So, did I ask for the relic on this run, or was that was last run, I think, where our HP was bad? Oh, if only I'd known what I know now. 2 more Spirit Hearts? It seems a little surprising to me. This is not an XL floor, but we found the boss already. Let's freeze it, and unfortunately, the dagger was not in a position to get a hit, but when it is, we pretty much got this under control. Taking a little bit more damage than I would have expected, but I guess you are a boss by some standards of the word. A luck upgrade is nice. 4 keys, thanks to Contract from Below, and Guppy, no Guppy. Spirit Hearts we can't use, and some bombs. That's fine. Really made good time towards the back end of this run. Double key room, don't make me do it. Don't take my sunshine away. Don't steal my sunshine. I always thought that, you know, You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine. It's a very touching song. Moving, even. But then, gets a little scary at the end. You are my sunshine. It's really scary if you sing it in that voice. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Who's taking your sunshine away? Is it Len? They were lying on the grass a Sunday morning of last week? How about, you'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please keep your sunshine in my day. You know? Please don't take my sunshine away. Actually sounds like you are pleading on the phone with Hannibal Lecter for the life of your sunshine, which may, I don't know, be your child or your spouse or whatever. It just adds a little bit of unnecessary direness to the end of the song, I think. Or is that one of those songs where you're going to be like, actually, little known fact, Woody Guthrie wrote that song about heroin. It's possible, I suppose. I don't know, was Woody Guthrie on heroin? I have no idea. That's his business. Arlo Guthrie? Woody Guthrie? Which one was the one way back in the day? That was Woody, right? Alright. Oh, Mom's Knife and a little Death's Touch action. Tell you what, let's just go Death's Touch. We don't need to F around with Mom's Knife. Although, actually, I'm going to pop the Strength card and do exactly that. But only because it's the right decision from every conceivable standpoint at this point in the game. Admittedly, with Tech 2, it's not very effective in the sense that our damage is going to be diminished, but this is still the right call. And I think that we didn't miss out on too much from the perspective of having Death's Touch, because our rate of fire with Death's Touch was already compromised thanks to Tech 2, but this is a good situation nonetheless. Okay, we're in the secret room now, I guess. We went from 87 to 99 bombs. Just remember, your teacher ever says 87 times 2 is actually 174. You look her in the face and you say it's actually 99, based on this video I saw on the internet. And she says, get out of my classroom, because you're going to Harvard. Those are the kind of radical free thinkers we could use in higher education. For now, though, I'm not going to Harvard. Unless, you know, maybe there's like a pub named Harvard. Ironically, they serve craft beer for $9 a glass. It's not even a pint. They can't legally call it a pint. They gotta call it a glass. Okay, the Isaac fight was easy here. I will take 2 Spirit Arts, thank you for asking. And we're going to finish off, and I think we did start a new streak strongly. And I could have fucked around, we could have done Lost runs or Eden runs, or Isaac runs, or random runs, or something like that. But I've kind of settled into this Eden thing, and sometimes settling has a negative connotation. But I really think that Eden gives you such a nice variety of strong runs, weak runs, and then weak runs that become strong runs, and strong runs that become weak runs that... it's my favorite way to play the game now, for sure. I really like doing Eden runs. Oh, God. The Unicorn Stump is actually going to make the rest of the game a joke here. But we had to do some cool plays there ourselves, and honestly, what was I saying? Boss Rush and, well, in particular, the floor that Boss Rush was on ended up being the pivotal floor for us, without a doubt. So, I had a good time with that. I had a good time being correct about that. But for now, we do have to go through the time, at least, of... or go through the trouble, at least, of finishing our run here. Not that it's any trouble at all. I'm having a fun time doing it. And Unicorn Stump plus 8 different knives poking out of our body is certainly an easy way to make success happen for ourselves here. I think Sack Dagger is still, like, our most efficient damage dealer. We finally had a room in which we did not get a chest. Careful what you wish for, though. I appreciate the permanent Polaroid invincibility just to save some time on here. Battery charge is not useful. Empress, though. Empress is not bad. And they've given us the boss fight. I think that's merciful, because we got the game by the balls right now. We'll take Skinny Odd Mushroom just to lower our damage even more than we previously had. And there we go. We got him caught in the perpendicular angle of doom. Not perpendicular, right angle of doom. It's been a look. And once I got to Harvard, I stopped paying attention to 9th grade mathematical concepts. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And my apologies for the streak ending in a preventable fashion. But it was still, we were under strife. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.